What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Hope that y'all have made the Friday. Your girl is up here chilling, cooking, late night. You see what I'm saying? So if y'all hear some noise in the background, my dishwasher is making noise. Sorry for the noise, y'all. But let's get into this tea. But your girl not gonna be on this live too long. But I want to say this about CJ So Cool and Todd Tater. So last night it was kind of crazy. Okay. CJ was up there complaining, moping and crying like a little baby that he's paying for everything and he don't know what he was signing up for, right? So Ty said that he gotta pay for the trip. So CJ, he gotta budget his money, I guess, because people in the comment was saying that it's getting broke. That's what they saying. Now, you know, when we in this economy, you got to save your money. It's, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of folks saying that CJ like to spend all his money. Even Papa Telly even saying that he spend stupid stuff. He be spending money, which he does. So Papa Telly was giving him advice, you know what I'm saying, about the kids and stuff. And CJ need that, you know. Papa Telly was telling him that, you know what I'm saying, stop buying the kids everything. They, you know what I'm saying, just buying them stuff. You know what I'm saying? He basically giving him advice about that he needs to you know what I'm saying, read books to the kids and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. CJ complained about the kids was asking for chocolate and all that stuff. He could have just mute his live and still go live. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna look at him like he crazy or he's an unfit father. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, CJ, he is a good father sometimes. I ain't gonna say all the time, but I'm gonna give him sometimes because CJ do try his best. You know what I'm saying? Because being a single father and being a single mother is not easy. You know what I'm saying? I get to understand. But at the same time, CJ gotta understand that he's a man. He's 37 years old. He got to learn how to be a man. He ain't never had no father figure in his life. So it's kind of good that Papa Taylor is giving him techniques about how to, you know what I'm saying, focus on his kids and stuff or whatnot. And then he bring his problems like he got to stop talking about royalty too. You know what I'm saying, about that the royalty didn't want the kids to go to school and all that stuff. I understand, but you don't have to tell the whole world about your baby mama, about what y'all got going on behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't need to know that. Papa Taylor did not need to know that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But CJ like to bring his problems on the internet, and just like Papa Taylor said beginning, that he talks too much, which he does. He talks too much. And I ain't never met an Aries talk too much like CJ. You know what I'm saying? But CJ got to learn how to be a man, and I don't think he's ready to have any more kids. He doesn't need no more kids. He really don't. He don't need no more kids because he don't know how to handle the twins properly. You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to be a father to the twins. He let them run over him. You know what I'm saying? He got to learn how to get off the internet and talk to his kids. That's why people are saying that he's a internet dad. That's what people call him, internet dad. You know, that's what people call him, that he's an internet dad. So, you know, people looking at him, you know, saying sideways because it's the way how he talk to the twins, and you know what I'm saying, like I'm telling him that don't yell at them, you know what I'm saying, or don't talk to the boy like this, baby CJ, you know what I'm saying. And people were saying that why CJ asking for the charger, he was telling baby CJ, please can I see the charger? You know what I'm saying? Instead of him say, just give me the charger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be these kids' friends because when they get older, they're gonna take advantage of you and they're gonna top you in the kind of way, and then you're gonna wish that you never, you know what I'm saying, pampered them so much, baby them so much, you know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying, by your kids here and there, but you can't let, you know what I'm saying, kids control over you, you know what I'm saying? And he was saying that he got to stop getting the kids melatonin, pills of vitamin, whatever that is. Okay, they do have some for kids that you could put in a bathtub. They take a bath. It helps kids go to sleep. But some parents use it and some parents don't. Ain't nothing wrong them to use that because it helped the kids to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But CJ, he's complaining about every little thing. And then him and Ty, they wasn't arguing, but they was a little fussy. He was a little fussy about spending money wise, about the trip. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, I don't think we should battle no more. And this and that third. So some people thinking that CJ and Ty broke up. They did not break up. They still together. I don't know why people keep thinking that. They didn't broke up. They still together. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Ty gonna leave CJ. You know what I'm saying? She's in love with that man. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna leave him for nobody, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? So I think they do make a cute couple, but if they continue to argue like little red flags, I'm not saying like they ain't argue, but like a little fussy argument, you know what I'm saying? It could lead to a breakup or whatever, but I don't see that happen with them at this moment. But like he say that that's his wife. He called his wife, but I don't know. But sometimes CJ he can control sometimes. He be trolling to his fans, you know what I'm saying? That's what he do. But he do need that advice and father figure in his life. And that's good that Papa Taylor is, you know what I'm saying, guide him when it comes down to his kids, you know what I'm saying? Like take it to the library. You know what I'm saying? That's what kids need to do. Go to the library, read to them because they should be 7 years old next year. So CJ need to go ahead and take the kids to the library every single day. Teach them ABCs and numbers, get them off them games and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing wrong playing games, but you know what I'm saying? Teach them how to read. Teach them, you know what I'm saying? Because he's saying that the kids don't know how to read. That's what he's saying. Because sometimes they be lying, or he just be talking, or he just like to talk around his mouth. But he needs to just, you know what I'm saying, keep, you know what I'm saying, stuff private off the internet. He needs to keep his stuff private and stop telling his business about what's going on behind the scene with him and Royalty. You know, and then the T-Page, let me talk about T-Page. The T-Page, she said something about CJ had gave Ty Taylor that role that was Royalty role. No, it's not, because everybody buy those types of roles. Every celebrity be wearing those. Just because Ty was wearing it doesn't mean that that's Royalty's role. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get that straight. Like people in the internet just like to be messy and like to start stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like every time that CJ do something or whatever, they bring Royalty in the mix. Royalty doesn't have nothing to do when it comes time to Ty and CJ relationship or what CJ buy for Ty. That doesn't mean that that's Royalty clothes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that Royalty took all her clothes with her when her and CJ had broke up. You get what I'm saying? So people like to, you know what I'm saying, bring stuff to the spotlight just to keep it relative alive. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like people gotta stop making up stuff, stop making up lies about somebody wearing somebody's stuff. No. Cause Ty got money. Ty is a rich person. She been in the game for a long time. She a celebrity herself. Her dad is a manager. You know what I'm saying? Like Ty got money on. She's not broke. So I don't think that Ty would have wear royalty clothes. Like people just like to make up stuff just to clout off somebody's name. You know what I'm saying? Because royalty popular, Ty Taylor's popular, so they're gonna use people's name to make up a lie on them to say, well, he bought this for so he bought, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not it. That's not the case. Like people like to make up stuff just to chase clout and stay relevant on their content. Ain't nothing wrong with people doing content, but people like to do clickbait a lot too. And that's not cool because people gonna look at you like, okay, I know this person lying because this ain't the story I saw or seen, whatever. Like people tell lies. You know what I'm saying? They do it all the time. They clickbait. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I get it. People like to read people comments, whatever. But do y'all see that CJ and Tyra relationship going to last? Do y'all see red flags? Because some people saying that CJ starting to drink more when he's with Ty. And, Ty says she can't not get enough from CJ. You know what I'm saying? So they might be planning on a trip coming up. Now, people did not like how CJ was leaving Kamari out. They was like, what about your daughter? What about her? You know what I'm saying? Like he was planning on a trip, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, him and Ty. And then he wants to bring he want baby Face to come with Ty them, you know what I'm saying? I guess they going to California, whatever, I don't know. Maybe or whatever. But I feel like that CJ is kind of overwhelmed sometimes. But people were saying that it's something wrong with CJ. His vibe is different when it comes with him being with Ty, they say. I don't know. But that's what they saying. But we'll see how this gonna play out, But they do make a cute couple. Don't get me wrong, they do. You know what I'm saying? He say that she makes him happy, but at the same time, he talking about money situation. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to see why CJ wants to get an Airbnb because he said that his house is not that big. And his Ty Taylor's dad was saying something about why you just want to buy your own home. So I guess Papa Taylor said he's gonna help CJ with that. You know what I'm saying? But I remember when him and Royalty was together, she was trying to get CJ to buy a house. And I remember his old friend was trying to get him to buy a home instead of renting. But CJ did not want to listen. He was listening to somebody named Calvo. I think it's his old friend Calvo he was listening to. And you know what I'm saying? Royalty was trying to get him to, buy a house, whatever, instead of renting. But CJ wasn't listening. So I guess Papa Taylor going to help him with that. You know what I'm saying? But Papa Taylor said he gonna help CJ out. And that's good. That's good that he's gonna help CJ out. And I believe he also probably gonna help CJ with his career. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what God will put something in front of you and God will turn those tables around for you. He will make it a way for you. You know what I'm saying? You never know what God will put you in your corner. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Papa Taylor, he seemed like a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? But I know that he don't play about his daughter, you know what I'm saying? Which he doesn't. He don't play about his daughter. He don't play with none of his daughters, you know what I'm saying? So that family is love. And that's what CJ need. You know what I'm saying? CJ need that structure. He need advice because People were asking CJ, do they talk behind the scenes all the time? They do. You say they do. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? And they keep telling CJ stop reading the comments. CJ is hard hit. He don't like to stop reading the comments. He love reading the comments. Even his girl even telling that stop reading the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stop reading the negative that people put out. Cause some people miss out there. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? CJ, he got a good heart, but sometimes CJ, he could be a little stubborn sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes CJ, he let people take advantage of him. He don't know when to say no. And you got to learn how to say no to people. You know what I'm saying? CJ just like to just get his money out, just like Candy. You know what I'm saying? So CJ got to learn how to say no. I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to save, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. But CJ like to just get his money out. Like, he just like the spurs. Like, he just bought those necklaces that he brought the other day, and people was talking about some, won't you pawn your shades? He's like, I'm not putting my shades, so I'm keeping my shades. Well, I'm not putting my shades. He said he's keeping his shades. You know what I'm saying? But CJ, he complained a lot. He talking about, this is how I make my money. This is how I do yada yada. But you gotta understand, you can't let your kids run over you. You know what I'm saying? What he needs to do is, before he go live, he need to put them to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some people saying that CJ gotta be a parent because he has them. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was saying that you could get them melatonin if you want to. Who, you know what I'm saying, who she think, but you gotta understand, Royalty is their mother. So, you know what I'm saying? But if CJ continue give them that melatonin medicine, it's gonna be chaos. Him and Royce are gonna go at it. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to keep the peace with his baby mama. And some people thinking that CJ don't need to listen to Royalty. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, that's the mama. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the mama say goes, it goes. You know what I'm saying? CJ can't really control that. You know what I'm saying? He have some rights, because when you in court, that's different. But see, Georgia, they don't do that. Thank God. I'm glad I don't stay in Las Vegas. That's a totally different breed. But Georgia, if you're not married, the daddy cannot say, can I see the child, this and that third. They can't do that because you're not married to the dad, not married to the mama. So the dad don't have to see the child at all. That's the rules in Georgia. So you know what I'm saying? So some states I don't know, but Georgia, they're not gonna let the dad see will let the see the child unless they get Gemini's. They got to pay a lot of money to they gotta go to court. They gotta take a test. So if the dad goes to the courthouse and want to get, you know, Gemini's, they have to do all that, you know. So if y'all don't go to court, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's different. But at the end of the day, Georgia is different laws, different rules down here. So yeah. If they were staying in Georgia, CJ wouldn't ever able to see his twins. I'm just saying. So Georgia, Las Vegas, they failed a lot of parents. I'm just gonna be fair. They failed people. I wouldn't advise nobody to stay in Las Vegas. They rules are suck down there. It's nice out there, don't get me wrong, but they rules are suck down there, especially when it comes down to when a child needs to be in the safe home, and they just put their child in the you know what I'm saying, in the bad predicament, you know, they rules are suck down there. So I don't know. But Georgia is a totally different. They one thing about Georgia, they don't play about that. When it comes down to that child abuse and thing, they don't play about that. They will come and take your kids from you. You know what I'm saying? They see the child glitch or anything, they'll take the child from you. And if the dad not in the picture, they can't do nothing. The dad can't not do anything. He can't make any rules or anything because you're not married to the mother. So you know what I'm saying? I feel bad for some moms had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? They have to follow certain rules when they go to court with the baby dad and all that stuff. And you know, but CJ said something about that he wanted to take the kids to Atlanta. Now I don't know how they're gonna go. He want to take the kids to Atlanta. I don't know if Ty had met the twins, but she did say something about she wanted to meet the twins or whatnot. So I don't know, but he want to get all the kids down there. I think he said he gonna bring Kamari with him, but then he changed his mind saying that he best to keep twins in Las Vegas. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but if he do decide to do that, he gotta let Royalty know. You know what I'm saying? He just can't take the twins to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But he said I could take it if I want to. That's not how it go, you know what I'm saying? Because if both of y'all went to court, y'all gotta follow the rules. Because if one of the parents not following the rules, one of the parents will get in trouble. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't take another child to another state because the other parent say no, you know what I'm saying? And if they still take them anyway, you breaking the law, you breaking the rules of that. So I don't know how CJ gonna do that because if Royalty say no, you can't take twins to Atlanta. I don't want my babies to go down there. He got to follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how they gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but how y'all think that how CJ was acting yesterday? He was doing too much crying on live TikTok yesterday. He was bugging out last night. But he was okay this day. But you know, he still looked like he kind of overwhelmed. He was like, maybe I need to get a nanny or whatever. But I thought that he did have one point before he got with Ty. It was some girl he was talking to before he got with Ty. It wasn't Lexi. It was another girl. I don't know who she was, but I remember that he had he had posted on his YouTube or he posted on Instagram, but I remember that it was a girl that he was talking to before he was talking to Ty. I think that she was the nanny or just a friend or a hairstylist, whatever. But I remember she was around, so I don't know. But you know how CJ goes, he had different people come around. I don't know that's the twins nanny or not, but he's talking about being a nanny. And I think that should be good because if he trying to stay consistent, if he trying to stay working, because you know on TikTok you can't have kids in the background at all. You could get in I don't know if you get banned. They said that you could get a I forgot they said that what it was, that if you have your kids on there, they can I think they can so cancel your channel, something like that. No, a strike or something. I think it's a strike or something like that. And if you had a twin, I mean if you had the kids on there, they can take your channel. I think they can take your channel down, something like that. So they can't have kids at all on live. They have to be 18 years old. They can't be 13, 14. They got to be at 18. So I don't know how CJ going to manage that. If he wants to keep his TikTok and all that, he going to have to put those kids to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because people telling him they put those kids to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to put kids to sleep, especially that age. You know what I'm saying? You have to tell them go to bed early, because if you don't, it gonna mess with their sleep pattern. Because if they go to school and they stay up all night, you know what I'm saying, how can they get an education? You know what I'm saying? So he needs to do that while they 6 years old. Now he needs to train them to go to bed early when they go to school, because it's gonna mess with their sleep pattern, and it's gonna affect their learning. You know what I'm saying? So CJ got to learn how to step up and be a man. But he talking about he wants some more kids. He want one by Ty. I don't think Ty want no more children. You know what I'm saying? Because the way how CJ acting, she probably looking like, who I'm getting myself into it, you know? Because I remember when he said something about having a boy, she kind of looked at him, you know what I'm saying? And then it was some lady, she did a reading on Ty. She said something about Ty want to give up. She want to get that baby away. And the card reader lady was saying something about that Ty really kind of regret of having faith. But you really can't believe in that card reading stuff. I don't believe in that card reading stuff. That stuff is weird. You know what I'm saying? People do make up a lie when they do those card readings and stuff. So you really can't believe everything they say. If they can't tell you, they don't tell the truth about the future, because I did look it up. So all that card reading stuff that people doing, they don't tell the truth about what they be saying. So you can't believe everything what a card reader say. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion, because people do make up stuff, you know what I'm saying, to stay clout off somebody's name or whatever the case may be. But it's really 12 o'clock over here. I was not going to stay on live that long, y'all. I just had want to put my spin on it, let y'all know with how CJ felt about the spending money wise, about Ty or whatever. And he was saying something about she need to start paying for stuff. So I guess he paid some of the stuff when he was down in Atlanta. So he's complaining about everything. So what do y'all guys think? Do y'all guys think this much shit gonna last long? Do y'all guys think it's a youth thing? Because then somebody said something about CJ kind of slipped up and said that Ty is a user. That's what people said in the comments on TikTok yesterday. And somebody said, did he actually say it? Did he say that? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, but they still together. You know what I'm saying? They stand strong, I guess. So hopefully we don't hear nothing more crazy of them, you know what I'm saying? Because people do clip those videos on TikTok. People be saying stuff. Then I also want to talk about Yana. Yana is so jealous of CJ and Ty. Ty is not scared of Yana. I'm gonna put that out there. Yana just mad because Ty got CJ and she getting more buzz than Yana getting. Get what I'm saying? It's not about her being scared of Yana or anything. Ty is not the type of person likes to go back and forth and argue, because I remember she did say that she not that type of girl that go on back and forth with nobody. I mean, at the end of the day, life is too short anyway to be arguing and beefing over a man. It's not worth to be arguing over a man, arguing over some dumb petty stuff. We got too much stuff going on in this world to be worrying about he say, she say, John. That's like kiddie shit. That's like high school shit. People need to grow up, especially people in my age that's 30, 40, 50 and up. People need to grow up, okay? You know what I'm saying? Life is too short. We got to learn how to get along. You know what I'm saying? COVID's still out here. They saying that it's E. coli out here. You know what I'm saying? We need to be worrying about how the hell we gonna survive, how the hell we gonna make our money on and all that stuff. Stop worrying about bullshit over some beef because it's stupid. It's petty as hell. You know what I'm saying? I learned that from my mistakes, what I done. So you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta tune that shit out. You gotta be like, hey, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we grown. We gotta learn how to stop worrying about all the petty shit. You get what I'm saying? But it's not worth all that. And that's what Ty Taylor is doing. She's not attaining Yana. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't be attaining some chick that's obsessed with me or the man that she's with. You know what I'm saying? That Ty's with. You know what I'm saying? That's what Ty is trying to let it be known. Like, I'm not for the beef over her. I mean, over this. Like, what I'm finna argue with her for? You know what I'm saying? That's what Ty is doing. And Ty don't want to socialize with the people that Yana is talking to. But she's still talking to Wondro, that little boy. You know what I'm saying? She's hanging around with him. So she need to be careful with him because he's a flip-flopper. I don't know what his sign is, but his zodiac sign, but he's a flip-flopper. You know what I'm saying? Woman, he'll cool with you, then he'll turn your back. He'll talk hell shit about you, then he turn the other cheek. So those the type of people that you gotta watch out for. Those type of people that flip flop a lot. They'll talk hell shit about you behind your back, and then next thing you know, they'll be like, oh, I ain't mean to say this or this or that third. Those type of people you gotta watch. Just saying. If I was tired, I'd be careful hanging around Rodro. I understand they doing the battles and all that, but those type of people like him, you gotta watch your back for. I'm just saying. I wouldn't hang with somebody that's an op. Okay, just saying. I wouldn't hang with nobody that's an op that talk hell shit and then they go back and say what you said. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna back that shit up what they said about you. You get what I'm saying? So that's what Ty need to. I understand she about her money, her money, bread and butter, but you gotta be careful who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But you know what I'm saying? Ty, she cool. She a cool person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that she keeps CJ in line when he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just like Papa Taylor and her mama keep CJ in line. And CJ need that. He need that structure. Okay, and I also want to say about his mom. I understand his mama doing content about CJ so cool and stuff. She needs to do her own content and start worrying about her son because that's why they don't have some type of good relationship to this day. You know what I'm saying? I think that she need to just focus on her content and not worry about her son's relationship. I understand that she happy for her son. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong being a proud mom. But at the same time, I think that she needs to stop doing content about her son. Because at this point, it's kind of giving clout chasing. At this point, I understand it's your son. He's a popular YouTuber. He's rich or whatever. I guess he's famous, popular, whatever. I get it. But she need to focus on her channel, not her son. You know what I'm saying? Because it will bring chaos because God forbid it will Ty and CJ break up, God forbid, then she gonna be making a YouTube channel for that and content on TikTok. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm just saying, but sometimes parents need to stay out of their kids' business. That's how kids the grown-up kids, grown-up kids relationship get messed up because they mom and dad are always into they mess when it comes to their relationship because you don't know if that person going to get back with that person or not. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes people just need to stay out of their kids' business, especially grown age that's 30, 40. I understand that, you know, being a mom, you concerned about your son, but sometimes, or your daughter, sometimes you gotta stay out the mix. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know if they're gonna be that person to the today or tomorrow or the same day. You never know. So I understand that she love her son, but I think that her content needs to be focused on other stuff instead of her son. She should do more content like for Instagram news or something. You know what I'm saying? Not just talk about your son's business on the internet. That's not cool. Because I'm pretty sure that CJ don't want his mom talk about him and his relationship and do a reaction of his videos. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want that. But anyway, y'all, I hope that y'all have an amazing day because your girl Queen Lotus finna get off this thing. And I don't know, I might be going to live tomorrow. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Because your girl got other plans to do tomorrow. So yeah. But I'll catch y'all guys up later and we'll chop it up. And I'll see y'all guys on next one. See y'all. God bless y'all. Bye.